Number 5 is Paul Thomas Anderson's There Will Be Blood.
So yesterday, Bret Easton Ellis dropped the second half of his conversation with Quentin Tarantino, where Quentin revealed the top 10 of his top 20 movies of the first quarter of the 21st century. And the 2007 flick kicks off Quentin's top 5.
Ladies and gentlemen, if I say I'm an oil man, you will agree.
What was it that you really loved about it from the first viewing?
Daniel Day-Lewis's performance and the almost old-style craftsmanship quality to the film.
Yeah, the quality of the film was recognized by the Academy as well, with 8 nominations, including Best Picture. And it won Best Cinematography and Best Actor for Daniel Day-Lewis, who also won the Golden Globe and the Screen Actors Guild Award.
There Will Be Blood would stand a better chance to be in number 1 or number 2 if it didn't have a big giant flaw in it. And the flaw is Paul Dano.
You will be cast up and thrust back to perdition.
Obviously, it's supposed to be a two-hander, and it's also so drastically obvious that it's not a two-hander.
I can't keep doing this on my own.
He is weak sauce, man.
At least a large number of BAFTA members disagreed with Quentin that year as they nominated Paul for Best Supporting Actor.
When do we get our money, Daniel?
I'm not saying he's giving a terrible performance. I'm saying he's giving a non-entity.
Now, Bret defends Paul, saying that Daniel Day-Lewis was such a force in that movie that any actor would have struggled to register in the film.
Or can he take
you
this
put
opera?
him with the weakest male actor in SAG?
I remember seeing Daniel for the first time, who I had known, and we'd done a film together called The Ballad of Jack and Rose, and I love him, but I remember showing up there and seeing him in his clothes and hearing his voice and, going, oh,
Right, the limpest dick in the world?
I'll just leave that second part alone, but the Screen Actors Guild did nominate Paul in 2023 for Best Supporting Actor in The Fabelmans, so yeah, they can't think he's the worst actor in the union. And that same year, they nominated Austin Butler for lead actor for Elvis.
Austin Butler would have been wonderful in that role.
Quentin did cast Austin in his last movie, 2019's Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. When There Will Be Blood came out in 2007, Paul was 23 and Austin was 16. So if Quentin's talking literally, no, Austin would have been too young to cast the role of Paul in Eli Sunday.
I was cast at the last minute. I remember spending the day or two I had of prep sitting in the Sunday church, in my church, with my script and I think with some music. And I started learning the scenes and the lines.
Now, since There Will Be Blood came out, Paul's been cast in 12 Years a Slave as the Riddler in The Batman and was Golden Globe nominated for 2015's Love and Mercy. But I think it's safe to say we will not see Paul appear in Quentin's next movie.
He's just such a weak, uninteresting guy.
And yeah, this was Quentin revealing his favorite movies of the last 25 years, but also revealed the actors that he can't stand.
I don't care for him. I don't care for Owen Wilson. I don't care for Matthew Lillard. I don't care for the lead guy in Match Point.
He doesn't even care to learn Jonathan Rhys-Meyers' name. And along with There Will Be Blood, which is at number 5 on his list, Quentin was able to put Midnight in Paris at number 10 in spite of the main actor.
I really can't stand Owen Wilson. I mean, I can't stand him.
I'm not quite as taken with him as you are.
And I spent the first time watching the movie loving it and hating him.
I'm in a very perplexing situation.
The second time I watched the movie, I was like, okay, don't be such a prick. He's not so bad. All right, he's not so bad. And then the third time I watched it, I found myself watching him.
A psychiatrist needs to analyze that. But yeah, in terms of Owen Wilson, his kind of surfer dude persona has a limit in terms of, what kind of movie it's going to fit into. But ironically, I can totally picture him being in a Tarantino movie. I think his personality would totally work. Paul Dano, who's very unassuming in a lot of ways, so I'm surprised that he elicited such a passionate reaction from Quentin. I thought he was perfectly fine in There Will Be Blood. I have no issues with his performance. And nothing struck me as, someone could have done that scene better. I'm honestly not sure where Tarantino really lands as Paul's an actor, because in one breath he says, I don't think he gave a terrible performance, but he also says he's the worst actor in all of the Screen Actors Guild, so I don't know. And yeah, it's Paul Dano. Like, what are your thoughts?
Don't bully me, Daniel, please!